Somebody help.
Don't you understand? Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give.
All right, so it's me again. I'm back to show you a little bit of what's been happening with my Sisterlocks, and I am still excited about it. I just washed my hair, so I have been just doing some braids to help while they dry, and then I'll take them down and let you see what the braid out looks like and my length check and all that good stuff. So I'm just going to show you a couple of what I do. But I'm so glad to be back and share my Sisterlock journey with everyone. If you are still trying to decide if this is the best decision for you for your hair, please stay tuned. Look at some of my videos, and also make sure you get a very good consultant. Make sure you are checking the Sisterlock website and get a consultant from there. All right. But it's been 3 years for me. And there's a lot that's happened, a lot that was good, and some that was not so good. And I've shared a lot of those in my other videos, and I'll just do a recap of some of those briefly as I give you just some updates on my Sisterlocks for 3 years, okay? All right, be back. So I'm just going to begin just the braids that I'm going to do for my braid out. If you really want to know how these are done, you can look at another video that I have and check that out on how to actually do your braid out. So I'm just braiding it down. I don't do twist because they unravel too easily, and I like the pattern of the braids when I do a braid out, right? I like the look of the braids when I do a braid out. So I'm just braiding it down. And in some videos I tell you all about how sometimes I use the bands and sometimes I don't, and it's kind of based on what my hair is doing in certain stages, right? And sometimes I wasn't using the rubber bands, and then sometimes I was, because the bands seem to have just formed some type of line of demarcation. But I just, when I'm doing it now, because my hair is a little longer, I just, it's not necessary, but I like to keep it so it doesn't unravel, and I just put the band on with one little twist. I used to twist it a couple times, and sometimes that can cause that little line of demarcation or indentation when you are finishing your twist. So again, I'm just dividing by fingers. I'm not doing anything specific. I have still a very good, my grid is still very well defined, and so I just kind of part it with my fingers. I don't really use anything specific because I don't need it to look spacey or anything like that. And so I just kind of, and after I wash my hair, it usually takes me about 15 minutes to do this, to just kind of braid them down. And I usually probably have about 10 on one side and 8 to 10 on one side and 8 to 10 on the other. So usually around about 20 twists. And I try to do it in a way to where I have like a semi-part here, like here, so that if I'm having to go out somewhere, I'm not having to take it down. I can go in the store and still feel like I can tie my hair back, or even just go like this if I have to go somewhere. And so typically, today is a Saturday, and typically I do things like that on a Saturday so that I can, while I'm walking around the house and cleaning or doing whatever I'm doing, my hair is kind of drying and doing what it needs to do. All right. So there you have it. I won't bore you with all this. I will be back in just a bit. So here it is, completed, all finished. Let me know if I missed one. I can't see it in the back. So I don't think I missed any, but this is what it is gonna be for me for this Saturday. This Saturday, I'm gonna sit here and do some laundry and just get some things together that I need to do, and that's about it. I have my retightening scheduled for tomorrow, and so after church I have my retightening, and that takes me about 3 hours to have my retightening, and then I'll come back and show you all what my hair looks like after my retightening. But I may give you a little clip of just after I take this down before I go get my retightening, because I'm not going to wear these to church. But so I'll give you a little update on that. But it is good to, it's been so long since I've posted, to give you some update on my Sisterlocks and the journey. I'm still going to my same loctician. Everything is still status quo. I don't use a lot of oil or anything at all. I don't even spray my hair every day like I would in the summer. Well, I don't even spray it every day in the summertime, but I do spray it with water in the summertime periodically. Every few days I will kind of spray it with some water. But I don't use any oil except if I may put a little dab on my finger and just put it right here at the top, because just across this line is where I stay a little dry. And I'm literally talking about just a little dot, probably maybe once every couple of weeks. But that's about it. Low maintenance, not a lot to do with it. I don't do a whole lot of styles. I just don't like to manipulate, even as a loose natural. I just didn't like to manipulate my hair like that. I never was one who just changed up styles. So if you are that type of person, you know, there are people who have different videos out on different styles, and maybe I'll begin, you know, as my hair kind of gets a little longer, start doing different styles. But for me right now, it works. You know, it has its natural layers. As you can see, this is a little shorter than this, but I didn't cut it. This is how my hair has been and has grown down since I've had the locks. So my natural layers have just kind of worked this way along with it. But I am still loving it, and I'm excited. And it's cold here in Georgia. We just had snow last week, and it looks like there's going to be some snow again in a couple of days. I'm not really happy about that. I'm really wanting to be somewhere like Barbados right now, because I came back from Barbados a few months ago, and I just feel like I'm still over there. But anyway, just got a couple of things to do. And oh, and my little girl here, I have to put my picture up. So that's my little picture. Isn't she pure? Just beautiful, right? I saw that in a store. I did a staycation a couple of weeks ago, and I was in a store and I saw that, and I was like, I gotta have that. So I'm gonna put that on this wall back here. This is just my little what do you call it? Guest room. And so I just come in here, and this is where I kind of get my me time and get my relaxation time every now and then. But I just thought that picture would look really nice on the wall. So that's it. I will chat with you all in just a little bit, and then I'll also tell you about some upcoming things that I have going on, and of course some new products, some not necessarily an unboxing, because I've already opened it, because I just could not wait, and I waited about 2 months before I even used it. But I just want to show you all a couple of things that has been working in my life for me. All right, see you in a minute. She's back. Yes, I just got my retie, and I'm so excited about it. Can't you tell? So just a couple of hours ago, I just got my retie, and I am doing, I have been doing so well with my maintenance of my hair. I go every 7 weeks now. So there's a lot to talk about, a lot to get into, a lot to unpack about these Sisterlocks. This is year number 3 for me, and I'm so excited about it. So if you have not seen my other videos to see the journey up to this point, please go and check those out. And I'll give you the ins and outs of what to do, what not to do, what products to use, what products not to use, and so forth and so on. Some things that you would just need to know on your Sisterlock journey. So first, when did I get Sisterlocks? Why did I get Sisterlocks? And who did my Sisterlocks? So first of all, I got Sisterlocks 3 years ago, a little over 3 years now. So it's been like 3 years and a few months that I got Sisterlocks installed. Took me 2 days to get them. It was probably, the first day was about 8 hours. The second day was about 16 hours. Yeah, it was a long process. So depending on the length of your hair, it depends on how long it's going to take. So as you can see, I have a lot of locks. Traditionally, a lot of people don't get as many locks as I have, but I have a big head and I like my locks small. And this is what goes best with my hair type. Prior to getting locks, I was a loose natural. I am a 4C. and my hair is, you can't really tell the color in my hair, my natural color, but I am a sandy brown color, but the appearance gives it a little darker with these locks. But prior to me being locked, you can see very clearly that my hair is like a sandy brown color. It just looks darker since my hair is locked. And I don't have any natural sunlight today, so it's what it is. But I got my locks done in the Cobb County area. My loctician's name is Tryanne Atkins. She's in Ackworth. She's on the Sisterlock website. She is certified. She is a great consultant and loctician. You want to always make sure you get a loctician who is certified on the Sisterlock website. Sisterlocks is a trademark. And so you definitely, if you want to have Sisterlocks, go to the Sisterlock website and find someone who's near you. But if you're in Cobb County in Georgia, definitely check her out. Her name again is Tryanne Atkins, and she is on the Sisterlock website, and that's sisterlock.com. All right. And so that's a little over 3 years in. I'm still loving it. There's not a lot of maintenance. I have low maintenance, as a matter of fact. Sometimes so low that I become a little lazy and I don't take care of doing my little ends like I'm supposed to. And I had some issues with bunching that I'm coming out of, not totally out of, and I'll show you that in a minute, but I'm recovering from it and I will never go there again. So just so you know, there are some bumps in the roads that I had, and if you watch some of my other videos, you will see as they were happening, but I'm going to tell you all about that right now so that you don't have to go through those bumps in the road if you decide to get your Sisterlocks, or if you already have them and you're going through the process now. So first off, what do I do to maintain my locks? I wash my hair once a week. Sometimes I can go a week and a half, but I like a very nice, airy, clean scalp. Sometimes I may go a week and a half, 2 weeks. But outside of that, I must wash my hair by the second week. There's no way around it. That's just pushing it too far. You want to make sure that the roots of your locks and your scalp is clean. You want to make sure that you maintain your grid. And you want to make sure that you don't have all that white residue from like clothing or pillowcases or whatever that can get in your hair. So I like a clean scalp. That's important to me. Hair is good, but scalp health is most important for me. Okay. I'm going to give you a little 360 of my hair in just a moment. Oil, sprays, and all that good stuff. No, I use just a simple oil in my hair. I don't even know what kind it is, to be honest, because it's just something that I use in one spot in my hair, and I use just a dot size because I stay dry right here in just one spot, and I put it on my finger and I rub it in that spot. That's it. That's all. I don't use it anywhere else. I don't need it. Your hair produces natural oil. My scalp does. My scalp produces natural oil, and I find that it's so ironic, but it actually makes sense, right? That when I wash my hair, the natural oils are released. And that's because your scalp is no longer clogged up with debris or whatever, And so when you wash your hair, your scalp is able to breathe. The natural oils come down the shaft of your hair. Isn't that what's supposed to happen? Right. So I don't need to really add any oil, but for whatever reason, I just have like a little spot right here that I just put oil there. I think it's like some jojoba oil or something like that. So yeah, just get some oil if you have a spot. But to put oil all in my hair, no, because I feel like the oil will get cakey. But some people do. I just don't. There's no need for me, and this has been 3 years for me. I don't spray my hair with oil every day. In the summertime, I might spray my hair once or twice a week with water. I may spray my hair once or twice a week with water, and that's it. And that's because I don't want it to dry out, or just to fluff it a little bit, Wintertime, the only time my hair is going to get water like that is probably when I wash it, or if it's really dry from the weather, I may just spray a little bit. But for the most part, the wintertime, what I'm doing is I'm wearing a lot of wraps. I'm doing some braids, braiding my hair together and protecting it a little bit because you still need to do that. Here in Georgia, it has gotten really cold, and the weather, we've had snow, and some of that stuff is kind of going to be harsh on different hair types. So I still take care of my hair. I use a lot of common sense with what would I do with my normal hair. This doesn't, doesn't relieve you from taking care of your hair, maintaining your hair, if there's harsh weather and needing protection from sun or from the cold. So I do wear wraps. And then if I wear, like, I love to wear little beanies, like little skull caps or whatever. And, but I wear something silk over top of it, over top of my hair, and then put that on so that I'm not getting little fuzz balls. That you do not want. You don't want that in your hair. You see a lot of people and their locks are beautiful, but then when you get close, you see these little white things and you're like, wait a minute, and you can't get them out. It would take you hours to sit there on each lock and just try to pick little pieces of things out. It becomes a point to where they have to dye their hair to dye the white balls in their hair. So specifically, because my hair is shoulder length now, I don't like my hair to sit on my shoulders if I wear certain fabric. Like this is like a rayon type fabric or whatever, and so I wear things like this and can have my hair because it's not going to pick up any lint. If I wear a sweater or something like a white t-shirt or something, my hair is going up, or I am wearing some type of wrap on my hair. So you want to make sure you keep it clean and you don't let it, hang all over the place on certain things. So that's another thing. All right. And then also, a lot of people want to know, like, how often I get my reties. Every 7 weeks now. I was getting it every 5 to 6 weeks on my first year, my second year. This year, probably like my last 2 reties has been a 7 week. So I'm able to go now 7 weeks. My hair grows very fast. Some people who hair doesn't grow, you don't see the new growth as fast. You can do 8, 9 weeks. I mean, you can do that. But I just like I like the grid, and I like to see, I like to have my hair retied so that I can have that fresh look. A lot of people don't like that. So now I'm going to give you a 360 of my hair. And when I say the grid, I mean the original grid lines of when I got my hair done, and how they have maintained. So let me show you that real quick. I'm just going to give you a 360 of my hair. Okay, so I'm going to show you first what this looks like. Okay, all right, and then I'm gonna back you up a little bit and just show you my grid lines. So you can see throughout there, the grid is still gridding, okay? And it's good to have a nice grid so that your hair looks neat as always. And to maintain that grid is really important, because it just is. When you want to wear different styles, and you want to wear your hair up, or you want to do something like like an updo or some type of style, you don't want it to be off or off-centered or crooked or anything like that. So I like to maintain my grid, and my Loctician, she does a very good job on grabbing all the pieces to make sure that my hair is where it needs to be. Does it hurt? No, I never have painful reties ever at all. And I think that it comes with maintaining the ends of it, because just remember, when I had at one time, I had some bunching. You can see my other videos for that, and I still have some in a couple places. I'm going to show you the few as I grab them. See, I have a few, and I know exactly which ones they are. There we go. Bam. You see her? See her right there? Here she is. Her name is Sassy, because she act up. See that? How big that is? Right there, those fat ends. I did not maintain, well, I won't say I didn't maintain. There was something going on with just the top of my hair. I used to put it up in a bun, and I think that when I would wash it, I would just let it air dry, and I wasn't stretching my ends like I need to. When I say stretch, I mean pulling the ends so they won't bunch up, right? So as they were locking early on in the process, my hair was just getting fat, and it was just swelling with, after I washed it, and And I didn't really do that. And one of the other things is my loctician, she was out for a very long time for emergency, and it was like for months, like at least 6 months. And so I was at a point where I was having to kind of maintain and do some things on my own at home. At home I wasn't retying them, but it was still things that I know she would tell me. I wasn't getting it right. I wasn't really, having that maintenance. And so this is the end result of that. And so what's happening now is she's starting to, of course, she's back, and as little by little, she cuts a little of it to thin it down so that the bunching kind of it start to keep the locking, but kind of thins it out on those bunched areas. Because the problem is when you have sister locks and you got to retie, these fed ends, when they retie them, they got to go back through here, and that can be painful, right? When they're retying your hair. So unlike traditional locks, they're just rolling the ends or whatever. No, there is a tool that they use, and this has to go back through the new growth area, and so if it's too fat, it can hurt. So I don't want that. I don't want any problems or any pain. But for the most part, that has been my situation. Okay, costs, flat cost, or hourly cost to get reties is what a lot of people do. It's just different. Where I go, there is a flat fee. Of course, I tip because I understand that I get a good rate, a great rate compared to a lot of places. And I will always tip, one, because she's just great, and two, it is a service that I'm satisfied with. So I will tip every time. And I think that is very important when you have someone who is your loctician or a consistent. Tip as much as you can, as often as you can, and you will. That's how you show appreciation and service. So I will always do that. How do you find somebody? Go to the Sisterlock websites at sisterlock.com. This is a trademark, so you want to find someone in your area by going to that website. Okay. All right. Swimming, activewear. What do you do? When I'm swimming, my hair is going to swim right here in a ponytail. It's going to go straight in a ponytail. When I'm exercising, ponytail goes up. And when I am sleeping, my hair will always be wrapped. I will never, ever sleep on a pillow without having my hair wrapped. If it's a silk pillow, yes. But I will never sleep on a regular pillow, without my hair being wrapped. So I don't want any of those issues. If you sweat a lot and you can't wear bonnets, then you may want to pineapple your hair up and just put like a wrap around or something. Okay. All right. So if you have questions at this point, put them down below. I'll answer every single question. I promise you. I'll answer every single question that you may have. So just let me know what questions that you have. If you have sister locks, do you love your locks? What are some of the things that you have encountered with your locks? Have you had a good loctician? Have you had to change your loctician? Do you have a standby loctician? Because that's important, because I didn't have a standby when my loctician, she had to be out, and I didn't have anybody, because I was like, she's my number one and the only one. So I didn't think to have somebody else, but I know it's important to kind of find somebody that you may be comfortable with, so just in case there's a time that you can't get your locks done by your normal loctician. So but I just want to take a pause break to show y'all a little something that I love. Now, Anastasia Beverly Hills is something that I use often. The products, I use it as a liner and just different things, right? But I have the other, what do you call it? The other edition of the shadow, and I use that regularly every day. But this is one that just came out. This was a fall edition, and the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it was like it's like their fall edition. But the palette, oh my goodness, let me show you exactly what the palette has to offer. These colors, let me take this little thing off. These colors are everything. This is the new palette, the colors for the fall edition, and they're everything. Just showing you, okay? They have the colors. One's called Divine. That's my favorite. And Crimson. That's my other favorite because that's my school color. And then there's one that's Mulberry. That's in the other brand. I mean, the other edition that I have. And then Mulberry. There is one that is called Crown, and I'm going to show you Crown. Crown is like a gold, but when I tell you, when you put this is Crown. When you put Crown on, anything you have, it's going to make it pop every time. So if you are in an near an Ulta, stop by there and get this Anastasia Beverly Hills, I want to say winter because it's wintertime now, but the fall edition. And I'm telling you, you are gonna absolutely love it. I'm just gonna put a little of the Divine on because I think the Divine right now is kind of close to the color that I have on. I actually have on this lipstick. It's Rouge Dior 824. It's called Saint Germain. It's a Christian Dior brand. This is what I have on right now. So that kind of goes with this Divine. It's a little bit between Divine, Midnight, and Crimson. So I may just do a little of both of those. So let me just see how that goes on the lid a little. Oh, well, it's a little different, but hey, here we are. I'm just going to put it just on the lid so I can see what that looks like. Okay. Not too far off. But I think the Crimson is a little closer. But I'll just stick with the Divine, okay? If I make a choice, I'm going to stick with it. You make your bed, you lie in it, right? That's what I've always been told. My father always said, my dad said, you make your bed, you better lie in it. If you don't know what that means, just ask someone older in your family. All right, but I'm just putting it a little on my lid just so I can see what that color looks like here. I think the Crimson would have looked a little bit closer to this color. But here we are, laying in our bed, okay? All right, so I do want to share something with y'all if you are in the Atlanta area, because I just love everything going out, living your best life, living at last, having a good time, and enjoying your city around you. So in the Atlanta area, there is a new restaurant called Unknown Atlanta. So it's Unknown, UNKNOWN, Atlanta restaurant, right? And it's off Cheshire Bridge Road, a little north of the city. And it is, when I tell you everything, it is a whole ensemble. It's just a night to have. So what it is, this is a really nice restaurant. From the outside, you're like, what is this? It's not a huge place from the outside, but once you get in, it's a very nice sized restaurant. So it's a restaurant lounge. You go in and you have dinner with a band. There's a nice band playing, but there's a live dancer instead of a live singer, if that makes sense. So you have someone playing music, a whole band, and there's someone being a live dancer. Now, if you're uncomfortable with skin showing, this may not be for you. So it's almost burlesque style, but it's not raunchy, if that makes sense. So it's a stage all around the entire restaurant. So while you're eating, you're kind of like all around the stage area. And the person is playing maybe a saxophone, maybe a, whatever, instrument they're playing. And then there's a lady and she comes out dressed very beautiful, flowing gown, nice gloves, formal. That's the first course. By the time you get dessert, honey, she's already taken it off, and it's very nice. It's not raunchy. It's very, it's like a seductive dinner. Um, and it is, she goes from maybe having a nice gown to it comes off with something different. And sometimes there's a lot of skin showing. And if you're not comfortable with that, then don't go. But it wasn't raunchy or anything. But it was a really decent dinner. I actually went with girls night out, but it would be perfect for a date night. It would be perfect for a girls night out. The food was excellent, the drinks were good, the atmosphere beautiful, just beautiful. And then they have like an after hour area they have an after hour area that's right in the back called Flow. So if you're there and you're finished eating, you've done with the entertainment that they have there, you can just go over to Flow Lounge right in the back. It's in the restaurant. You just go through another door and just kind of enjoy some nightcaps and some, ending your night there. So, but again, that's on Cheshire Bridge Road in Atlanta. And then, where have you all gone to have vacation lately? Have y'all gone anywhere? It's cold here in Georgia. As a matter of fact, it's snow flurries out there again. We just had snow last week and it looks like it's happening again. But have y'all gone anywhere tropical? I really, really, really want to be somewhere tropical right now, being that it's snowing. And the last place that I went tropical was Barbados. Bridgetown, Barbados. When I tell you I had an amazing time soaking up the sun and the views, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And everywhere that I have traveled in my life, I can definitely say that Barbados has the most amazing, friendly people, courteous, perfect customer service. And that is hard for me to say because I am a social person who goes out to different places, especially here in Atlanta. It can be hit and miss very easily. But Barbados, every single place I went, it was nice. There was no one pushy. There was no one being rude. And of course, you may have that every now and again, even there. But I did not experience that. And everywhere I went, it was just made sure they pay extra attention to making sure you were taken care of. I did get to go to Rihanna's birth home. It's beautiful. You can actually stay there for like $100 a night as an Airbnb. And they just love her. She is considered their diamond, their diamond there. So they have her as a symbol of their diamond, they're in Bridgetown, Barbados. The food was amazing, amazing. We went to a place that is like on Friday nights. It's the fish fry, oysters fish fry. Went there, and the crazy part is we didn't get to go on a Friday night because we flew in on a Saturday. But it's still nice every night. But when we got there pretty late. But it was still, you didn't have to wait in the long lines like you would do Friday nights. But it was nice. The food was good. The environment was good, and it's people from everywhere. And you feel safe. I felt safe. I felt safe in Barbados. That's the other thing. I felt safe. I never felt like, oh my gosh, somebody is lurking. Somebody's going to try to, they know I'm American. They know they're going to try to, come and scam me or come bother me. Or I didn't feel unsafe from the time I got from the airport, from the guy who picked us up to every person who was our driver. So never felt unsafe. So if you are in the in the time frame or the need to have a vacation and you want to go somewhere that's beautiful, try Barbados. The water, the people, oh my goodness. Bayesian people are beautiful, beautiful. So inside and out. All right, so where are you all thinking of going? I'm actually wanting to move somewhere tropical, and if I had a chance to go somewhere and move tropical, it would be Barbados. Yep. If I could retire right now, I would move to Barbados. All right, but anyway, just want to give you my last little updates. on what's next, what's going to happen next with these Sisterlocks. Again, I can do whatever I need to do, and with these locks, I did a braid out. So my hair is curly like this because I did a braid out. Now, as you all know, prior to me going to get my locks done, my retie, I did a braid out, and that's why it's so curly like this. I don't do a lot of styles, but I can do whatever I like with my hair. I can do whatever I like. And I'm just so happy about the versatility of my hair. I'm just happy about the health of it and the length of it. And I will continue to do everything I can to make sure I'm taking care of it. I will probably, once it get probably waist length, I'm going to probably cut it back up a little because I don't need it that long. Hygiene wise, I'm not trying to get it that long. So I don't even know if I'm going to let it get waist length. Probably it's just a little bit above my waist. It's probably as long as I'll let it get for, just hygiene wise. I don't need my hair that long. And then for the health of it, of course, everything is going to be on my shirt. So I don't need all that. I'm good with having just a good chest length hair. And I'm fine with that. So what's to come with these locks? Just continue to take care of them, updating you all on what's going on with them. And then my next stint is to try to maybe get some color. I'm still thinking about that. What do you all think? Let me know. All right. Well, until next time, here's your little nugget. Always, always put you first. Never, ever sacrifice your happiness for anything or anybody. Take a little piece of happiness for yourself every day, even if it's only 15 minutes for you to go somewhere and pray and feel good about you today. Do that every day. All right? All right. Well, stay sassy, stay free, and always remember, somebody loves you. Bye now.